Time is now 5:30. I'd like to call to order the Housing Commission meeting for the City of East Ridge, May 14th, 2025. If we could all arise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Melissa, if we could get a roll call, please.
Chairperson Davis.
Here.
Commissioner Souder.
Here.
Commissioner Myers.
Here.
Commissioner Thompson.
Here.
Commissioner Vallone.
Here.
Wonderful. If everyone has had an opportunity to review the minutes from the March 12th meeting, if we could review those and get a vote to approve, please.
Make a motion to approve March 12th, 2025 meetings.
Second.
We have a motion and a second.
Commissioner Souder.
Yes.
Commissioner Myers.
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson.
Yes.
Commissioner Vallone.
Yes.
Chairperson Davis.
Yes. At this time, we are going to vote for a new vice chairman. Mr. Izell is no longer on our board, and I would like to nominate Mr. Souder as our new vice chairman. If we could please get a vote.
Yeah, second. Yes.
Oh,
Second.
and a second.
Second.
Okay, we have a nominee and a second, so if we could get a vote now.
Oops, sorry, wait a minute. Commissioner Souder.
Abstain. Accept the nomination.
Commissioner Myers.
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson.
Yes.
Commissioner Vallone.
Yes.
Chairperson Davis.
Yes. I would also like to welcome our new Housing Board Commissioner, Mr. James Meyer. Welcome.
Thank you.
First meeting. At this time, we'll go ahead and get started. If we have any communication or comments by the public, they're not being heard today. This is your time. If there's anyone. Okay. Wonderful. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started. This is new business for the May 14th meeting. We have 5916 Wentworth Avenue. The exterior of the property has not been maintained and is not secured. There are HVAC lines and insulation exposed. There are broken windows exposed, wood due to the siding failing of the dwelling. So if we could have anyone who is representing 5916 Wentworth Avenue up, if you're here. Yes, yes, if you're here.
Are you for 5916 Wentworth?
No, that's not you. Okay.
Okay.
If you could please come up. Great. Okay. And what is your name?
Mitchell Harrell.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm deaf.
No, it's okay. Thank you. The Mitchell Harrell, and is Elena here? The co-owner, Elena?
I don't hear. My wife sent me.
Okay. Okay, great. Let Tori kind of explain what's going on here.
I can tell you what I have here. We want to tear down the house, but because we just received a elevation certificate, I think, and we need probably till midsummer to start it, but there's no sense in doing repairs if we're going to tear it down. That's where we're at.
Okay. Tori, how did this come about, and where are we with it?
So I noticed this property due to conducting a building inspection on a new build right beside it. It's vacant. Obviously, it's in disrepair. It is in a flood zone, and in order to repair that house, it's going to have to be raised because there's a lot going on with that one, which I have talked to Elena before, and she did say that they were waiting on the elevation certificate to come back, but also that they were going to go ahead and demo anyways. And I told her, I said, that's fine, but here we are. I've still got to take it in front of housing because I've already drafted the paperwork. But it needs to be tore down.
Does he have that elevation study? I mean, is he cleared for the tear down now?
I'm sorry.
Is it clear to be torn down now?
Yeah, it can be torn down anytime as soon as the demolition permit's pulled and making sure that, everything's been capped and everything's off power, et cetera. Oh yeah, Bart did this, okay.
Is this a property you purchased to renovate, or was this your personal home?
The property?
Yes.
Well, we don't know really what to do with it. We was gonna fix it up, and what happened was, it was livable to start with. And we let my friend live there until he died of cancer, so he had no home. He was on the street, so
Gotcha.
yeah, it worked out for him. And so when we put in a request to do repairs, they said, uh-oh, it needs to go up, and that's where we're at.
Okay.
When can the permit process start?
The demo permit can start at any time. Granted, it's gonna be the exact same as if you were to pull a building permit, so they'll have 6 months to start work. If they don't start within 6 months of that permit, it'll void itself out. But ultimately, they'll have a year to complete it.
So when they're gonna pull the permit?
Pretty much.
So is he ready to start that process? I mean, I heard midsummer.
Like I said, as long as if the sewer's been capped, which I'll have to get a plumber and get
Yeah.
a sewer cap with WWTA. I'm not sure if power's on the house, EPB will have to come and take the meter off. And then if, I don't know if water needs to be turned off with Tennessee American. I'm not for sure what, utility-wise, what's been done.
Are you ready to go ahead and start getting bids to get the house torn down on your own and pull permits and get that started?
I don't hear that.
Permits, are you ready to get permits to start tearing?
Oh, yeah, we just got that other one. They said we couldn't do nothing until we got that, so that was the first one that we got.
Okay.
That's what,
The elevation certificate?
yes.
Okay.
That, yeah, it had to
Yes.
come first.
Yeah, so now since y'all are gonna tear it down, it's gonna be a little bit different, so you're gonna have to get a demolition permit. not
Yeah,
a
yeah, I knew that.
Okay,
I
yeah.
knew about the demolition permit.
Yeah, that's what they're asking is whenever you're gonna be able to pull the demolition permit.
Yeah, well, we really kind of need until midsummer, but we have other houses and stuff, and I'll do whatever you say do.
You can pull that permit now, even if you're not gonna physically tear that house down until midsummer. Is that correct, Tori? So you could go ahead and pull that permit now.
Okay,
And then tear it down, as long as it's done within 6 months.
Well, a year,
a year,
but work has to start within 6 months.
Right, you need to get started within 6 months to get it done.
okay.
But go ahead and pull that permit
Is it
now.
renewable or something if I didn't get there for some reason? No?
No.
No.
It'll
No?
be a whole nother-
You get
A
one
de-
shot at
Not
it?
a demo permit's not, you can't renew a demo permit. That has to,
So what happens if you didn't renew it?
you'd have to pull another one and pay the fee again.
Pull another permit?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, get another. I'll know tomorrow if I'm gonna live or die. I go to the doctor about whatever's big lump in here, so I might not be around.
Right.
But- Okay, I think I understand. Maybe.
Yeah, if your intention is to demo this property yourself, then you need to pull that permit as soon as possible. Does
So
that
if I
make
got a-
sense?
So if got a permit now, I can start now? So,
Absolutely,
and if I started now, I have 1 year.
absolutely.
Get it done.
Yes, sir.
Didn't take long to put that in the trash, really.
But he needs to understand we need to see progress. He goes,
Okay.
go ahead and pull the permit and start showing signs of cleanup, tear down, whatever. We gotta get utilities cut off.
Okay, we'll get one now.
We can do that.
And I guess you could update us then on during the meetings.
Let me make sure this is your correct information, Mr. Mitchell. 140 Jenkins Road, Rossville, Georgia. Is that your current
That's
address where you
yes.
reside and you receive mail there? Correct. Do you
That's
have
what-
his contact information, his phone number, email, anything?
I had Elena's, I think that's her name, but I don't have it anymore. I don't know what happened to it.
If you could please give her contact information, phone, email, whatnot to be able to contact you. Give
Oh,
it to Tori.
contact number?
To Miss Tori.
Oh, okay.
You'll put it down for me.
I'll give my wife's number.
That's fine. I talked to
I
her.
want to, do we want to pass it? I want to pass it to him, you know.
I understand. Need it stops, we can.
I should probably pass to next month to make sure.
Okay, and I'll call her tomorrow.
Yeah.
For you to explain. I got you.
Severe.
I got you. You're okay.
So,
Okay.
I'm gonna make a motion that we pass this case for 2 months, pending that he proceeds with the permit and the start of the demo like we've agreed to. And that way we can follow up in 2 months to make sure that that work is, moving forward.
Second.
Give a motion in a second. So go ahead and get your permit.
yes.
And we're pushing this out a couple of months, and we'll just follow up with Tori to see that you are making progress.
Okay.
Okay. Now, by then, that's midsummer. I mean, we're sitting in May now. We're looking at July. So,
Yeah. I'll be happy to tear it down. That's the fun part.
we have a motion in a second.
Vice Chairperson Souter,
I'm done. I can leave now.
Yes.
Commissioner Myers,
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson,
Yes.
Commissioner Valone,
Yes.
Chairperson Davis.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Mitchell. Thank you. The next property is 3714 Sullivan Avenue. This property has been brought before the Housing Commission in the past. There is open storage, trash, debris, a lot of clutter. The property has been AHO and has a fine pending. The entire property needs to be cleaned up. Oh, hi, guys. Okay. So we have Sullivan here. Oh, I'm sorry. 2 months, July. July the, I'll tell you.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
The 8th. Is that correct, Melissa? July 8th?
The 9th.
The 9th? Yes, the 9th, sorry.
9th, yeah.
Except for Wentworth.
Okay, Miss Brenda Locklear. Okay, Miss Tori, do you want to tell us what's going on again?
Yeah. So we're back again. This time we keep getting complaints from neighbors. It's just rolling in. They aren't wrong. There is a lot of things. We've had conversations with Miss Brenda and also Trey. We're on the same page of we've got to get it cleaned up. We've got to get things put away because if not, this is going to be a constant rotation. I don't want to cost anybody money. Like we're already costing, time being here, but ultimately we need compliance. So we need to work to get that compliance.
Okay. So when was the last time you guys were here? Was it November of 23?
I guess.
Maybe.
Okay. And so this is just an accumulation since that last time you were here and you had it cleaned up. Is that correct?
Right.
Is there any particular reason why we're just accumulating?
Area where I've got a barbecue and a little horseshoe pit there.
Okay.
And evidently, he doesn't like to look at it, although he's got a barbecue pit on his back porch. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I understand the photos we have don't really show the amount of debris that is in the backyard. Is it just refuse? Is it?
No, I mean, it's behind the fence, right? But like, I went out before with the code enforcement officer that was dealing with it with AHO. It was just Miss Brenda and Trey was at work. I couldn't get back there to actually like see what's going on. Really, I need to see what's going on. Ultimately, what I could see through the fence in a way, it's same thing that we were with before. And it's basically we need to put it away. Put it in a building. We're gonna have to do something. It can't just stay out. If we have the things, fine, but you can't leave it open the way it is. Fence or no fence, we're still getting complaints on it for being out in view for other people.
Is it building materials, appliances, junk? Just, that's why I'm trying to get my head around, like, what is it?
Yeah.
Moves a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and I can come out tomorrow. It's a mix. Like I
Okay.
said, same thing is, I know that the pictures that you guys have right now don't really show like the justice just because I couldn't get back there to get the ones I needed. But if, I guess you guys,
Yeah.
or call it just, just previous, it's what you saw before, just open storage, just things that,
And I have changed a lot of that.
Yeah.
She hasn't.
And there's currently a fine pending with AHO. So did y'all go in front of AHO already? And haven't gotten it cleaned up since then?
So what the pictures you guys have in the packet, that was from AHO with Ethan. They got the dates confused because right after we started with the AHO, Ethan was going to pass it, but then I went ahead and I was instructed to send out Housing Commission.
Okay.
So when they saw it, they thought that they had until today to get it taken care of, but in reality, it was last month. So Ethan took it forward, not understanding or knowing, and they didn't know. So the fine was pending, and Trey did get it cleaned up, but I've got to check with Ethan to make sure that it met his compliance standards for the AHO side, and that it's been redacted so we can take it back and get the dismissal. I'm not sure if it's been placed yet or not.
I just don't want to see you guys having to come back monthly again like we had to do before by passing it and just
Doesn't look
wait.
like that picture you have right now, though. I have cleaned it up.
So can we push it?
I just hope I've done enough. I would like somebody to tell me. give me
Can we
some
push,
additional
can we
stuff I
push
need
it to next month? Have Tori go down tomorrow? Look
I
at
can
it
go down
and-
tomorrow and go back and see exactly
Right.
what we need to do, and then we can reconfigure. That'll also give him, 30 days to make the efforts on his own, and then whatever you guys decide is.
Because the fact that it's been here before and it's coming back, it pushes it to the point of like, hey, maybe we need to intervene and help in a way, and we don't want that as a cost on you. So that's why I'm saying I want to try to escalate this to get it moving so that
A lot of it's.
y'all
got to
can
do
get
with
it
the guy next
behind you.
door.
Okay, so it's just stuff that needs to go in.
It's a neighbor thing more than anything.
That's fair
This
too.
guy just keeps calling and calling.
But it's gotta be in
And-
compliance.
And yes, correct. That's what I was about to say.
Don't give him a reason to call.
Right. But
You know.
please let me know if there's anything I need to do to get in compliance.
Well, obviously, I would entertain giving you time to see it,
Right.
to bring it back next month.
Right.
But at that point, if it's not in compliance, I would be,
Please let me know.
That's fair.
Please
I'd
let
be
me know
ready
as soon
to-
as you do.
Yeah.
what I need.
I'm just gonna be able to have to see behind that gate tomorrow. So,
But if it's not, then like Commissioner Souter was saying, it's gonna escalate to us maybe having bids to have it cleaned up for you. That's gonna be money on your, you don't want all of that.
I want to comply completely.
So, okay, I'll see if we can get a motion in a second.
So we're gonna do it the next month?
yeah, pending. All right, I would make a motion that we pass till next month to give Ms. Tori time to re-inspect and get with AHO on the fines pending. Report back to us next month, and if it's not in compliance, we will entertain the possibility of getting bids to have it cleaned up. And that would be the June meeting,
11th.
the June the 11th.
Do you have a
Hopefully we
motion?
can avoid that.
I second.
We have a motion and a second to pass this to June 11th.
Vice Chairperson Souter,
Yes.
Commissioner Myers,
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson,
Yes.
Commissioner Valone, Chairperson Davis.
Yes,
Let's make sure, I wanna
yeah.
make sure that we don't, we make sure that there are no misunderstandings as to dates and that they're in two tribunals right now.
yeah.
You understand, you have this body here, but you're also in the AHO, which we've seen y'all there, right? Right. what they're doing, they're giving you a chance to clean up before AHO takes action, as well as this body. Two bodies. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So there's no misunderstanding. You need to be back here on June 11 is the deadline to have, but you also have another AHO hearing. When is it?
It's already passed. It was Melissa, you had the lien, right? For Sullivan?
So they're not coming up on,
No, they're not coming up on the docket, but we normally have to hold it for
It
the
was-
60 days, right?
Right.
So Melissa's held it. I don't know if she sent it to Brooke yet or not to be placed, because if it hasn't been placed, then we can take it back in front of Harris to ask him to,
okay.
I just gotta see where that lien is.
I want to make sure there's not a misunderstanding of dates and what you're required to do.
Yes.
Let me ask you, what date are you supposed to be back here?
The 11th, June.
Okay. And what, between now and June 11th, are you required to do?
That's what she's gonna tell me in a day or two.
Yeah, all right. In other words, whatever she
Clean
says,
up,
clean
clean
it
up.
up to bring it
Yes.
into compliance. Okay?
Exactly.
What I'm trying to avoid is the situation you showing up in June saying, I don't understand, I didn't know, there was a misunderstanding.
Oh, I know.
Okay, okay. I feel more comfortable now. We got that.
Yeah.
If I don't happen to be. Sunny, isn't it? Probably before. Probably 4 or 5.
I'll tomorrow at 8, and then we can look. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next property is 3405 Betty Lane. This unit is unfit for human occupation. The unit is extremely unsanitary with no power or water. The unit is currently condemned. Is anyone here to represent 3405 Betty Lane? Looks like it's revocable trust.
It's the my deceased father's revocable trust in his,
Yes. And what is your name?
Rita Bachman, Rita Ralhan Bachman.
How do you spell that?
The last name? Bachman.
And if we could make sure that you give Ms. Torrey
Oh, I
contact
got Miss Rita's
information.
number, I promise.
Okay, okay.
What's the mailing address for you?
8974 East 29th Place, Denver, Colorado, 80238.
Eight nine seven four East 29th Place, Denver, Colorado, 80238.
Correct.
And this was your father's property?
It was his property that he moved into a trust, which is essentially an ownership entity, about 2 years ago, maybe 3.
Has he been renting it out, or has he been?
Yes. So what happened was, I'll try to give you the short version of a really long story. The tenant who was in the property had been there for 14 years, was very against allowing him into the apartment to do repairs. Anyway, he was 83 when he passed. I'll just throw that out there. Can you ask me the question again?
No, it's
I'm
okay. It's
sorry.
okay. I understand. It's overwhelming. So this property was your dad's, and he was
Yes.
renting it out. What happened to the people who were living there?
They were evicted for unsanitary conditions.
So they've been evicted and removed. No one is residing there.
It's correct. No
Okay.
one can reside there right now.
Okay.
Is this a duplex or a triplex?
So it's a little odd. It's like a multi-unit mini apartment complex, kind of ish. There's multiple units on it, but
And this the only unit that's,
this is the only one that's condemned. Yes.
Yeah. It's actually someone built a house there and then had a lot of cars or something and built this massive garage, which was then converted into apartments. So you've got the huge house converted.
I got you.
So non-conforming.
In a sense, yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
How did it come in front of you, Tori?
Oh, okay. So this was brought to my attention by the police department. I want to say one of the neighbors called because of the eviction. They left dogs inside, so they could hear the dogs, etc. So police were called out because these dogs were left by themselves. They could see that. They couldn't get entry at the time. Obviously, no one was there. They emailed us. We went out the following day, and at that point, what do you want to call Richie's wife? Your property
Yvonne.
manager?
Sure, Yvonne.
Okay, property manager was there. She was able to get access through one of the upstairs doors. And she did let us in because nobody was there. At that point, we walked in, we had the dogs removed and taken into animal custody services. And we did our whole walkthrough, and at that point I was like, no, this is not it. So I've been in contact with Ms. Rita. She's been great. She's been very helpful. She's willing to do whatever it is that we need to do. We just obviously have to come in front of you guys first. I did go ahead and condemn it just because since it's not a single family, it's a multi, there's nobody there. It didn't really constitute to come in for an emergency hearing because we were all in agreement in it. At that point, Ms. Rita and I have been going back and forth. She's getting, actually, the sheriff's department is coming out tomorrow to finish the eviction to set her things out. Animal Services is also going to be there because there's some other things going on criminally with the dog situation. And then she's also working on getting some bids together to get somebody in to actually take everything out and deep clean, pull up the carpets. Like, it's nasty.
I don't think I could have anyone in there right now before cleaning it, right?
No, not.
I wouldn't ask someone to go in there
So
right
no
now.
other units are being affected?
No.
And there's no code issues with any other unit due to this
Now
that you're
there-
aware of?
There is an open AHO violation. This was sent before I had to go in and condemn this unit. However, Ms. Rita, we're meeting her tomorrow for that sole purpose too. Ethan was the code enforcement officer for that citation. So, like I said, she's willing to be compliant with both interior and exterior. We're a little bit more concerned about the interior because we can work with the exterior, but
Is this single-story structure?
no.
So it's a two-story structure.
In a way, it's very odd.
Is this unit under the two-story?
I'm sorry?
This unit in particular, does it have a story above it?
Yes.
Because I see structural damage in the ceiling.
Yes.
Water damage,
That's what it looks like, but that's on the top floor. That room looked to be maybe an addition at some point or a conversion. It's like a back.
so the
room.
unit itself is a two-story?
Yes.
There's not a separate unit above it?
No,
Gotcha.
Correct.
it's very odd how it's kind of.
So you discovered this to be unsanitary and did the regular eviction process. And then once they were out due to the eviction, then Tori was called.
Well, yeah,
Right,
other
okay.
agencies.
I got it,
were
yeah.
there.
It's kind
I
of the
got it.
same time, but she was already going through the process of
Okay,
getting
that's why
them.
I was,
Yes.
okay, that's fair. Oh my goodness. And I assume you have a crew to do the set out when the sheriff's department comes?
Tomorrow morning at 9:30, and a dumpster in hand if she gives her permission to throw.
I don't miss those.
You miss them or don't miss them?
No, I don't miss those. Not at all.
What,
Okay.
what's the plan going forward after she cleans it out? Then will you guys do a structural inspection?
I'll look at everything. I'll also let Miss Rita know about the water damage in the ceiling. The tenants ripped out, the smoke detectors, things of that sort. I really couldn't look at the structural integrity or look at anything deeper just because I really couldn't get through there. So yes, once she gets it cleaned out, she does know that I'll need to go back in to look at everything. A, just to verify it's been cleaned out, but B, just to make sure that there's nothing else that I want done before we say, okay, this can be habitable. So we're all on the same page with that one.
Tori's been great, by the way. I can't speak more highly of her. She's been very communicative.
I will say just my suggestion is because she's doing the eviction tomorrow and because of the amount of things that are in there, maybe push it 2 months-ish just so she can get her bids finalized, get somebody in to actually clean it. Because if you say, let's come in next month, I'm not really going to have a good progress update to give you.
May I get cleaners in there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
As soon as the sheriff clears you to do whatever with the stuff, yes, absolutely.
We have, oh,
No.
I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
So do you want 2 months to
Preferred.
make a motion to pass it for 2 months to the July meeting?
But it remains condemned?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you're good, you understand, it's remained condemned?
Right. I can still get cleaners in there and everything?
Yeah, just no habitation.
Oh, God, no. 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 I would not feel right about that. Any way, shape, or form.
We have a motion to pass to July and leaving it under condemnation during that time. Here's a second.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second to pass to July. And that's July, I just looked at it a second ago, ninth. It's Mom's birthday, I should remember that.
Vice Chairperson Souter,
Yes.
Commissioner Myers,
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson,
Yes.
Commissioner Valone,
Yes.
Chairperson Davis.
Yes.
I have a few questions. Ms. Bachman, do you live in Colorado?
I do.
Okay, all right. I'm just trying to think if there's something that would save her a trip, if they get it done.
That's what I told her. Anytime that they're ready, I can meet the property manager up there and they can let me in, give me access, so she's not constantly down here. I can be the advocate for that if I need to be coming in front of you guys, but
Property manager is local?
yeah.
He's more of a maintenance man.
Okay.
But he does do essentially for me some management.
Okay.
But he's local.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And all the crews that do the work are local.
Awesome. That will save you from coming out if you feel like, communicating with Corey and if you, believe that he can come in and represent what's happened, I think that's fine.
I'm here every month anyway
Oh, you are?
to take
Okay.
care of other
It's a lot of
business.
travel. It's a lot. Awesome. I wish you the best of luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
It's gonna be a lot of work.
Rough.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
The next on our new business is 28 Frawley Road. This property looks to be abandoned, not maintained, multiple complaints from neighbors, and unable to get resolved through AHO. The exterior needs to be cleaned up and maintained. Frawley Road.
It's also in
Do
the
we have
trust.
anyone here?
I talked
Okay.
to the owner today.
So this is Edna Cardner Trust, Cardner Trust. So what do you know about this one?
So I didn't know much at first, but Miss Edna, she is 89 years old.
She's what?
89 years old. She had knee replacements done or knee surgeries done on both of her knees. Anyway, she's in pretty rough shape. It is her house, but it got put in a trust, I think, when her husband passed away, I think is what she told me. So basically, she's been staying with her daughter out in like the Shalford Road, like Ottawa area-ish. So she hasn't been here. Apparently her son-in-law lives 2 doors down, is supposed to be helping maintain, but it does not get maintained. Mr. Pettyjohn, the code enforcement officer for this side of the city, has tried to, well, actually he has issued multiple citations for post-road cleanup for the grass. There are some liens that have already been placed previous years. There was one that was going to be placed here soon because he just issued another post for cleanup before I issued the housing commission stuff. She is going to get someone to, they cut the front yard down, but it's the backyard. She's going to get somebody to go out and cut the backyard for her. I'm also going to reach out to the Neighbors Helping Neighbors group to see if they could potentially offer some help just because of her circumstances. I told her that I would appear for her today and just basically relate everything to you guys. It really all kind of came up because of neighbors. We don't know until we get a hold of somebody what the situation is, but to the neighbors, it's abandoned, nobody's here, nobody's maintaining it, what are we doing? But now I kind of get more of the picture. She's also going to get with her daughters to try to get over and get some of the exterior cleaned up. It's not awful. We've seen a lot worse, but because we couldn't get service through AHO, I couldn't get anybody to come forward. I had to take these measures and go this route.
Is the structure a danger?
Not necessarily. I mean, the stairs that were falling off the side, if a kid goes up and with the grass as high as it is in the backyard, potentially. I mean, I don't know what's all back there, but also just with it being vacant the way it looks, it's gonna invite people who should not be there.
Is the home secure?
To my knowledge, yes.
I mean, are they, I guess, just looking at cleaning it up and keeping it vacant, or I guess they probably haven't gotten that far.
Miss Edna said that she wants to come home, so she's trying, but I think essentially it's probably just gonna go to grandkids or something later on down the road.
Okay.
But I told her that if I would ask you guys to give her some time, that's what she asked for, if she would promise me she would get some of her children out to start some,
And her son-in-law lives 2 doors down?
apparently so. I don't know the whole family situation between that. I can think different things, but
Yeah. I mean, it's her property, but it's almost like maybe she needs somebody else to
she does.
kind of help in contact.
She
you
does.
know?
Yeah, she's on a walker. She can't walk without it. She's got multiple issues going on, just health with her heart. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, we've heard this from everybody, but
You said there are already liens with the city?
There's one with a possible
two.
two.
We're gonna try not to do the two, but
Right.
ultimately, I've got to get compliance some way, some.
Right, exactly. You said the front yard was cleaned up. When were you out there, May 8th? That was just last week.
When the post for cleanup was, the pictures that I put were also from the day that I went with Petty John to do the post for cleanup. And then I kind of walked around because of the complaint that we got. So I went ahead and used the ones that he gave me, but also, you know, some extra. When I went out to post the housing commission papers, though, I did see that somebody had attempted to try to maintain the front yard.
Okay.
But that's really about it. Everything else is still a mess.
Okay. So if she could just get someone basically to maintain that yard and the outside, that's gonna pretty much fix the issues that you're getting from the
Yeah.
neighbors.
Yeah.
Well, it shouldn't take them much time to do that, right?
No.
30 days?
It shouldn't take, yeah, if that. She said that she is gonna try to find someone, like I said, I'll get with Neighbors Helping Neighbors to see if they can help.
Have to continue to maintain it.
Yeah,
Gotta
Yeah.
continue to mow the grass.
exactly,
Or even having some service go do it for her.
right,
It can be costly, but it's a lot cheaper than AHO.
yeah,
You know, just a yard service.
yeah. It's very expensive because it goes up each time that we have to send streets out to cut it.
Okay. What are y'all's thoughts?
Well,
Just a,
we have to convince somebody over there that's taking care of the property that they've got to take care of it, maintain it.
yeah.
The son-in-law's not doing anything now. I'm sure he's not gonna do anything in the future.
From what the neighbors have told me, he goes over and feeds the stray cats. That's about it.
He what?
Feeds the stray cats.
Oh.
That's it.
Okay.
I might see if I can get her daughter's phone number too to
That's
try
what I was
to
saying. I
relay
feel
it
like-
a little more. Because she was in her right mind. She understood me. You know, we were on the same page, but I need
It's almost
somebody-
like
yeah,
she may not tell anybody this is going on.
exactly.
She may, you know, we don't know that. So, and she's not in the condition to get out there with a weed eater and a
Exactly.
blower and a mower to do it herself.
Yeah,
I would just make sure it's a relative that, you know what I'm saying, that in the event something happened to her would be
who's going to be responsible?
exactly who
Understand.
would be in charge of her.
If it's not cleaned up within the next couple of weeks, and we give them the 30 days, is there a chance you can get the daughter in here?
Potentially, yes. She, on the phone, explained to me very, very thoroughly that she wanted to make this right and get it in compliance, and that if we would just give her time, she would take care of it. So I'm hoping it's gonna.
Yeah. And it might be, anything can happen.
Yes, agreed. So, yes, I told her I would call her tomorrow to let her know what you guys said and what your conclusion was. At that point, I'll ask her for her daughter's number, for her daughter to call me, and I'll try to give that same spiel to her as well.
Okay. Should we ask that somebody appear in the next meeting? I think to have someone actually here that will represent her property. That way there's, you know.
Get somebody's attention.
Yeah.
I make a motion to pass this to next month.
With, if it's not in compliance, that we have someone here with the family.
We have a motion to pass it to next month with having someone come in representing the property. We just need a second.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second.
Vice Chairperson Souter,
Yes.
Commissioner Myers,
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson,
Yes.
Commissioner Valone,
Yes.
Chairperson Davis.
Yes. It is June the 11th. Hopefully one of her kids or son-in-law or somebody can come in.
It was
Yeah, June 6th. Okay, in our old business, 1440 Millboro Circle. Update on progress from March 12th meeting. Provide information regarding the bid for cleanup on this property. Isn't this Shadwick?
Yes.
Okay. What's
Um,
going on with that one?
you can tell that I put quotes around this, attempted to try quotes around it, to try to get it in compliance. It's still not in compliance. When I reached out to my normal cleanup guy, I guess 2 months ago, to get bids when you guys asked for bids, he quoted me at $1,720 to do full cleanup. I did have some questions, and Mr. Litchford and I kind of talked about it just because, there's disabled autos on there. I didn't know how to really go about if we could tow those, take those. I don't necessarily know. But ultimately, it's still not in compliance. I have not heard from him. I've posted things on the property, still no contact with him. It's been sent certified mail, regular mail. It gets returned to me.
And you had bids and it was around $1,700. Get it cleaned up. That's minus the vehicles.
Right. And now, because, like I said, he's made a teeny tiny amount of progress, the bid could change. I can get Rick to go back out tomorrow and re-quote me, looking at it. I know that some of their cars were moved too. Not all of them, but some of them, unless he's brought them back. But I can, if I need to, I can get him to go and re-look at it.
Well, obviously, he's not interested in
No.
what we decided.
No.
We had email contact with them.
Who? Shadwick?
Is that the owner of this?
Uh-huh. I have no form of contact.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought at one point he was communicating.
Mm-mm.
Oh, he was the one
They
who
sent the girlfriend in or somebody. Yeah,
Yes.
he's been in jail. He's out, but
The fact that he won't even answer.
Oh, that's right. I remember now.
Yeah, and we were getting the bids to. And how many bids? Do we just have to have one, or we have to have three?
It was one under 10,000.
Well, the cleanup under the statute, the requirement for the statute is that the city, through its department, is authorized to remedy and remove at a cost in conformity with reasonable standards and the cost to be assessed against the property. I've always interpreted reasonable standards as if we can get, I think 1,700 is going to be a reasonable bid.
that's my cheapest bid. He's also the same guy that I've had to do demos, other cleanups before.
To me, that's surprisingly low. So that's why I'm like, wow, 1,700.
He does that because of the relationship he has
Yeah.
with the city. In a sense, he kind of helps us out too, but we also give him business too. So
So what would that look like if we voted on us to just go ahead and clean it up for him?
He had the time frame.
Under the code section, you would just have to give him the 10 days to clean it. Otherwise, the city can take self-help efforts to go and remediate it to bring compliance.
10 days from now or 10 days from the first time that it came in front of us? Because
Well,
it's been in front
I
of
would
us for a
recommend
while.
10 days from the
Yes,
issue of the order.
yeah.
Okay.
Is what I'd recommend. But 10 days from posting is really what I would do. And it sounds like
This has
I'm
been
pretty
going
sure we
on for
gave them
3
10
months,
days the
4
last
months.
month they were
Yeah.
here.
you're right. That was for them to do it.
Yeah, for them to clean up.
And I mean, I still think, well, any order that says the city is going to do it is, we're not gonna come back and have another one. This was supposed to be, I have it here, he was to come back, or anyone claiming interest, to come back to show cause as to what actions have been taken. I recommend any order that goes down is, they have 10 days, or you might just get 15 and then say June 1st, the city's gonna undertake its own self-help efforts to clean up. I was looking to see if we had an address. Looks like we have. Oh, this is the one we looked up a bunch of loan information.
Nothing
on.
came back to me.
No.
I
It
got
all came back
yeah, I got envelopes back.
certified.
The certified whole envelope was boom on my desk.
At least as to one of the lenders, we can look. I mean, we'll still. We've got the loan numbers on here. Those are legitimate loans with as much information as we have. We got the tax card. It's all the information we have is 1440 Millbrook for the gentleman. So, yeah, I'd be comfortable if the motion is give until looking at dates here. The 30th is a Friday, so you can give them to June 1st, and then June 2nd if it's not been cleaned up. Take efforts to clean it up. That's a Monday.
Is he living there, Jeff?
And when you post this, would you post it on the property itself, on the door, if they're not responding to?
Normally the gate's closed. I've gone up there. I just tape it on the gate because it's normally locked. I'm not walking in somebody's gate like that.
Right,
You take
understandable.
photos?
Yeah, I do. Every single time I post it.
I would make a motion to move forward as voted in our last meeting, to move forward with the city cleanup. To bring it into compliance. The only question is the vehicles. What do we do about the vehicles?
I mean, they can be. I would suggest right now, let's get the property cleaned up, which may get the attention of the gentleman to
Okay.
come in. If the vehicles still remain as of June 11, we'll bring this back here for June 11 update. And if there is still, the remediation has occurred all but for the vehicles, then I would suggest at that point, then
Revisit.
you can have the vehicles removed from the property and towed wherever they go, and they'll be stored there at the cost of the property owner.
Probably.
But I would do the least invasive right now. Let's get the property cleaned up.
So that's what the motion I would make, is to move forward with the cleanup, with the bid that you have. Readdress it June the 11th for an update on the property and the vehicles.
Second.
So she'll post it, and then he has until June 1st to clean, or May 30th to clean it up, and then on June 1st, they will go and do it for us, to just take care of it. When they go to, I'm just thinking forward, when the crew goes to clean it up, will anyone be with them, or do you think anyone, okay, all right. I was just thinking, I
If
didn't
I
know if you
have
needed
to, I
law
will call PD.
enforcement.
I will call PD myself.
Okay, that's why I was, okay. Just with the history of this person, I want to make sure that everybody's safe.
I normally, when we're doing something like that, cleanup wise, I'll always
You
take
usually
police
take
at
someone.
first, just to
Okay.
make sure. Yeah.
Great, thank you. The next one is 763 Flynn Drive. Oh, I'm so sorry. I am just on a roll. You're fine. We need to vote on this motion. Second.
Vice Chairperson Souter,
Yes.
Commissioner Myers,
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson,
Yes.
Commissioner Valone,
Yes.
Chairperson Davis.
Yes, thank you for your patience. I'm ready to keep moving. Flynn Drive, Do we know anything? This property is in the progress since March 12th, being regards sale of the property. This is 763 Flynn Drive. History, it's condemned, it's not habitable, it's got no power, no water, and we do not know where it stands.
I still don't know. Julie has reached out to me, a few times, because she reached out to the first mortgage company that she thought it was under. They had no record of it. So then she contacted the second mortgage company that it was quote unquote sold to, and they had no record of it. I have no idea who owns it, if it's gonna go into foreclosure. I have no idea what to do. I'm stuck on this one. I know that nobody is in there. I know it's still boarded up. I know that Julie was working on getting, things that she wanted, out of there and trying to get it cleaned up, but I don't think that it's made the efforts to the point of.
And it doesn't really have a yard that you have to worry about being mowed, but it's gonna grow up, and it's
Yes.
gonna grow up fast.
Yes.
And it's gonna get bad.
Yeah.
Fast. I'm just thinking about my own house, I mean,
At that point, we can always do a post for cleanup on it, and if I have to send the city out to cut it, I'll send the city out to cut it. But as it stands with ownership wise, what's gonna happen, I couldn't tell you. I don't know what to do.
Well, the last time she was in here, we advised her as a,
to sell it.
to,
Or
and was
didn't advise
give
her,
her
but-
some, no, not to sell it, but to
Yeah.
reach out to some people, because she stated she wanted to sell it.
Yes.
To reach out to some title companies that would help her do that title search. I'm assuming nothing,
She said that, I'll read it to you.
well,
And I don't know that.
It's the house up the hill.
Yeah. Yeah, but both the parents are passed, and it was a reverse mortgage apparently. But you said you found, I thought you found it on,
Found, let me look here, I'm just seeing the prior orders we sent.
yeah.
We did find some prior, the loans we could find, we actually list the actual loan number. Did we get, I'm sorry, Ms. Holder, did we get a response on any of those letters?
No.
But they didn't come back to us.
I think some of them did. I'd have to go look at my file, but I know that nobody has contact. I might have gotten one green card back, but I couldn't tell you who signed it because it's just a swiggle line. I'd have to go look.
I'm looking to see if I find anything else.
So I think this is more of a verbal phone call conversation. Looking back at these, she said that she did reach out to a title company and they couldn't find it either. I got with Mr. Litchford and asked him if he could tell me who the last known mortgage company was. We did find that, and that's who we sent the copies to of the last order was Nation Star Mortgage LLC. Did not receive anything from that. And then she said that she was going to contact them, which is when she told me that she did contact them, and they have no idea what loan she's talking about.
so what do we do with property that nobody owns?
Well,
Somebody owns it.
somebody owns it. Somebody does have an interest in it.
Who's paid the property tax the last?
Nobody. Oh, it was last year, year before last.
I think the
Got it.
actual owners just passed away 2 years ago, maybe, right?
The last owner passed away in 23, 24. 24.
That's
It
why
was
it
March
came
of
up- that's why it
24.
came up
This came in
yeah.
front of us, I think it was like May or June. I think her mother had just paid the taxes before she passed, and so
Yeah,
this
the
wasn't
taxes
passed.
remain outstanding on it.
For
as of
2023.
Just 2024, yeah. They're overdue, so,
And taxes take how
Has
long?
the house been boarded?
Yeah.
I thought so.
How long?
3 years.
3 years. So it takes 3
really
years.
4. They file proceedings after the 3rd year, but they file them and give them a whole year to get caught. So it's really 4 years away.
Theoretically, this property would not go in front of the steps until like 2028.
2028 or 2029, yeah.
So it's a lot.
All right, and I remember the daughter coming in now because this is the one the son came in.
Is,
Yeah, it's already been here 5 or 6 months.
and this is not the
Miss
type of
Gore,
house
that was
that
her name,
is,
Miss Gore. Yeah.
and the house isn't in bad shape. I mean, it's a beautiful house and it's in good shape, so.
The concern is just the debris in and around the yard.
No, I
No.
mean, it's the whole interior. It's disgusting.
Yeah, and there was a pool in the back, the back deck.
It's like it's being housed with
Trees.
debris, so I can tell from the aerial.
Yeah.
I mean, to my knowledge, PD has not had phone calls about it, about, vagrants up there, because the neighbors would have already called. It's being left alone. It's just not maintained, and I don't know where it stands. So,
Well, it's just gonna start deteriorating though.
exactly. Or they're going to start calling about the exterior of it, yes.
Or a good storm will, those trees, they just surround those houses. So back to Souter's question, what do you do with a property that nobody really,
There's no future renovation in its future, not unless she sells their partners with someone.
Well, our options are, to take the efforts, the minimal efforts to get it into compliance. And, what would take to bring it into compliance?
So looking at it from trying to use a smarter standpoint, what I would suggest is, because it is boarded up and nobody can get in there, besides really Julie, but I would take the efforts to remedy the exterior at least at the bare minimum, and not touch the interior, because there's no sense in us putting a lot of money in an interior of a property that we don't know who owns and what's going to happen with it. But at least maintain the exterior, so that's going to calm down with any calls or complaints that may come in the future.
What specifically on the exterior?
I would have the grass cut, definitely. The pool and stuff just taken down, so it's not a risk to anybody. Other than that, I mean, that's the biggest part. I haven't been up there. I've rode past, but I haven't really been up there to walk around the exterior. There wasn't really a lot of trash and debris necessarily. It was more just the inside of the house. I'd really just say getting that pool taken care of, taken down and out of there, and having the grass cut and maintained.
Is it an above ground pool?
Yes. Well, what's left of it, yes.
it's kind of squished.
Wasn't there a back deck that was dangerous also?
No, because,
Okay.
well, around the pool, yes, that would probably need to go. But the actual, deck that's connected to the house, not.
We'll make that part of the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pool
I had to
deck.
think about that, yeah, because you do go up some.
What was Mr. Sanders' question? Is it fenced?
The fence
That-
around the pool.
Yeah.
Is it,
Yeah.
and there is a fence?
Well, it's more like a deck. You go up some stairs and it's got some of the railing or whatever. It has started to decay, so that needs to come down too. I thought you were talking about the deck closer to the house. Had to think
So
about
at minimum, some yard work, the pool's gone, deck around the pool's gone, and
Yeah.
it's already boarded up.
Yeah.
And there's obviously no power or water on the
it.
home.
Right.
So we need to get a bid to go ahead and do that, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I can make that happen too.
What I would recommend then is make a motion to go get bids. We'll put notices out to the property owner. To the extent I don't have any new updates on title. It's still title and board and Judy Goodner. And we put posting on the property, I want to say, on the last time, Ms. Gore, the same address, 763 Flynn is what she gave us. So.
I have her, the one where she was
Was
in
it
Jasper.
Jasper.
South-
Okay,
South
we've got
Beach Road.
that. Let's, I'll get
Yes,
that at the
that's
end of
what-
this.
so,
We'll send notice that this body is ordering to get bids, and that, during this time, they get the opportunity to clean this up and remedy it, but we're gonna move forward with bids. And to cut the grass.
Who pays for this?
City.
City? And
City does,
Put a lien
and
on
they put a lien? Okay.
They put it as a lien on the property, and, sometime, this time of year, when they do back tax sales, we collect, got a few payments in recently. This property, just looking, way of. Here I show it's got an appraised value of $443,000. So the chance of the city getting paid is at some point, to the extent that it incurs cost on this property.
Are we doing the 10 days and then after that, are we doing the 30 days to give them time?
Well, as I understand, we're getting bids right now, right?
Oh, yeah.
So we'll bring bids back in June,
Okay.
but notifying the property owners, those with an interest in it, that these are the action steps that the board is taking. And in the meantime, they got an opportunity to take they can do their own help with it.
Understood.
Okay. I'll make a motion to get a bid to clean up.
Okay. Here, back here, June
June.
9th,
Yes.
June 11th.
11th.
Yeah, we have a motion and a second.
Vice Chairperson Souter,
Yes.
Commissioner Myers,
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson,
Yes.
Commissioner Valone,
Yes.
Chairperson Davis.
Yes. The last one on the agenda tonight is 1506 Carwell Lane. Property has been brought into code compliance. Code enforcement requesting it to be closed.
Yes, this one's super easy. I went out months ago, and this was gonna be brought to you guys last month to get closed,
Right.
but, the unit that I condemned, they redid the entire thing. I mean, it's nice. I don't wanna say beautiful, but it's nice. It's,
The plumbing situation, did that get
Fixed.
taken care of?
I went in that crawl space, I promise.
Okay. That's the biggest thing I remember of that one is the danger, because the sewage
They
issue.
got that fixed. I knocked on every single unit's door and I went in every single unit. They even went in units that I didn't even have on my list and fixed things and did things for them as well. So everybody has smoke detectors now. The trash on the exterior was cleaned up. Everything was taken care of on that aspect.
The stove that was shocking the person.
Out, fixed, completely.
Was that
I
an
mean,
electrical issue or was it a stove issue?
It was the stove. There was, some leaks with like different sinks and things of that sort. That's been fixed. They put in a brand new window on one where the windowsill is falling out. That's been fixed. Everything that I listed that I wanted done, they got done.
Is
and
it,
then
it's no
some.
longer a nuisance property
Nope.
either? They got that under control?
Nope.
So, okay. All right. So you're requesting that we go ahead and close it? Okay. Does anybody have a motion to?
Well,
Close.
I hope- I had a question for,
Yes.
how do we close it without prejudice or?
Well,
Just-
it really doesn't matter in this case, because I mean, even if you, as it relates to the non-compliance that gave rise to the notice, that has been resolved, is that right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you closed it, I mean, we're closing it as to this complaint.
So if it came back, it would be a new case
It'd be a
anyway?
new case anyway.
Gotcha. Sorry. So you have a motion. Gotcha.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to close 1506 Carwell Lane.
Vice Chairperson Souter,
Yes.
Commissioner Myers,
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson,
Yes.
Commissioner Valone,
Yes.
Chairperson Davis.
Yes. This time, is there any additional comments, correspondence, communications? Anybody wants to discuss any of the cases? Questions? On Flynn, I do have a question. So once you get the bed to clean up, and then is it gonna be put on a maintenance plan to keep maintained, to prevent, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not going to necessarily get somebody to go out and do it. However, I will keep issuing, well, I won't. Mr. Pettyjohn will keep issuing posts for cleanups, and the
Okay.
city will keep going,
Okay.
and we'll just place more liens,
Okay.
if that's what
If the occupant's not gonna take
Right.
care of it, okay. I just,
It's just be yard work.
my thought is the number of complaints coming in to your office, how to prevent it, but I get that you
That'll be
can't.
the preventive measure.
Yeah, okay.
Is just issue a post for cleanup. And again, just more liens, but that's the only thing I know to do.
Ouch, okay.
And like I said, it's not cheap.
Kind of the same thing on Frawley, is it's gonna have to be a situation.
Yeah.
Do that for her every other week. Because you don't know. Yeah, she's not gonna be living there. Yeah. there any other questions or communications anybody has? If there's nothing else, we can adjourn to next month,
Thank
June
you.
11th. Thank you.